Hey, what's up? This is Jake, and today I want to dive into the current situation with Bitcoin. All right, so let's get into it. So, has the bull run ended? In my opinion, no. But we might be looking at a significant correction in Bitcoin, which might not bode well for altcoins. Right now, it's mostly Bitcoin that's on the rise, hitting all-time highs recently, along with a few others like Solana and Ethereum. It's crucial to protect your capital during corrections, because if you don't, you won't benefit when the market rebounds. Many altcoins could take a hit here. They might not disappear entirely, but they'll definitely feel the impact. So those underestimating the correction could be in for a surprise. It might run deeper than expected. However, I do believe Bitcoin has the potential to recover, although predicting these corrections is tough, even for seasoned traders. This cycle has been completely different. Never before has it happened that before the halving, we had already reached all-time highs. Therefore, the best strategy will be to analyze the charts. The charts will be the ultimate authority. The same goes for fundamentals like Ethereum, etc. For example, in May 2021, there was a very strong correction within the bull run. What happened was that everyone believed that with each drop, it would recover. Everyone had hope. If the capital is not protected during the drops, all the rebound will be to recover your capital to what it was before the drop. And you won't increase your initial capital. You wouldn't gain anything from the rise. Okay, now, let's see how much Bitcoin can drop now. First, in 2021, it dropped 50% in the middle of the bull run and in the midst of everything. Then Bitcoin rose 140%. I'm not saying Bitcoin will do the same, but if it repeated the past with something similar, for example, a 50% drop, it would bring us approximately to 33,055. Now, if from there Bitcoin rises 140%, it would take it to around 81,061. People who endured the 2021 drop got screwed, and they got screwed a lot. I am aware that many people like to hear that Bitcoin always goes up. When analyses indicate that everything is bullish, everyone is happy. That's the common logic's people. When you say Bitcoin is going to rise, you're considered good, but when you say the market might correct, you're evil. Unfortunately, the community works that way. Now, I am not disputing the concept of Bitcoin, which I believe is wonderful, but when Bitcoin falls, you have to protect your money, and when it rises again, you get back in. So, now you should not go long on Bitcoin. When you trade, stop living on hope and stick to chart analysis. When the chart tells you to go long, then go long. Let's look at the chart. This big range has broken downwards. It has formed a lower high, and additionally has formed a lower low. This indicates bearish strength. Based on this bearish strength, I think Bitcoin could head towards the levels of $50,000, $42,000, and $38,000. I believe these levels are quite probable. This drop would be so strong because the range to the downside has broken. The range was 121 days. Whenever a range of that interval breaks, the correction is strong. It's very curious. Bitcoin was at $25,000 at the beginning of 2024 and rose to $75,000. Even so, many believe it can't fall in a similar proportion and then recover again to continue upwards. They can't believe that because of bullish bias. And those who endure that drop will need the bull run to recover, and that's the saddest part. I don't want that to happen to you, so I advise you not to go long on Bitcoin at this moment. Now, let's analyze the 4-hour interval Bitcoin chart. Here we have a lower high, a lower low, and so on. This is an absolutely bearish structure. If someone tells you that from here, Bitcoin will recover, they don't know what they are talking about or they are lying. Now let's see the case for which, according to the chart, a Bitcoin recovery can be considered. What is needed to see a real recovery is a higher high than the previous one. In this case, it would be 64,000. There you can state with high probability that Bitcoin would end the correction and we could see bullish movements towards highs. That would be the strongest signal of all. But there are weaker signals that could lead Bitcoin to higher prices. In the very short term, on the 2-hour interval, 58,600 is the previous high. If Bitcoin manages to bounce to that value and hold, it could be the start of a rebound that attempts to go to $64,088, indicating a recovery. What has been happening with Bitcoin is that at previous highs, it tries to break that zone and then falls. So that's the current situation. Now, to conclude, let's look at the USDT dominance chart. As long as USDT dominance does not fall below 530%, which is the previous minimum of this bullish range from 4.4%, there could not be any recoveries. That's all for today's video. Please tell me your opinion in the comments. I'll check it. See you in the next video. Bye.